Welcome to Farming Aid.
For years, Angus has ruled the beef world. Black hides, big feedlots, and supermarket labels have made it feel like Angus is the only name that matters. But what if I told you the future of profitable, resilient, and flavorful beef doesn't live in just one breed? Today, we're going beyond Angus and uncovering three powerful heritage cattle that are quietly changing the game. Ruby Red Devons, South Devons, and Sussex Cattle are not just throwbacks from the past. They are smart, efficient, and perfectly built for modern farming and premium beef markets. If you care about better beef, stronger herds, and real sustainability, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Let's start with Ruby Red Devons, a breed that feels like it was designed for real-world farming rather than industrial systems. Devons trace their roots back to England, where they were shaped by rugged land, unpredictable weather, and farmers who needed animals that could do more with less. When Devons came to North America, they kept that same hardiness. Ruby Red Devons are known for their rich red color, calm temperament, and impressive ability to thrive on grass alone. In a time when feed costs are unpredictable and input prices keep climbing, that trait alone makes them incredibly attractive. What really sets Ruby Red Devons apart is how efficiently they turn forage into high-quality beef. These cattle don't need heavy grain diets to finish well. They build muscle on pasture, and they do it with consistency. Their meat is known for being tender, flavorful, and well-marbled even without the grain-heavy systems that Angus usually rely on. For farmers who want to market grass-fed or pasture-raised beef, Ruby Red Devons fit naturally into that story. They are not fighting the system. They are built for it. Temperament is another reason people fall in love with Devons. They are calm, easy to handle, and well suited for small farms as well as larger operations. That matters more than people realize. Cattle that are relaxed waste less energy, gain weight more efficiently, and are safer for the people working with them. Ruby Red Devons also have strong maternal instincts. Their cows are excellent mothers, producing calves that grow steadily without needing constant intervention. In practical terms, that means fewer problems at calving time and more reliable herd performance year after year. Now let's shift to South Devons, which are sometimes called the gentle giants of the Devon family. South Devons are larger than Ruby Reds, and they bring a slightly different kind of power to the pasture. They are known for their thick muscling, fast growth rates, and surprisingly docile nature. Despite their size, they are easy to manage and tend to adapt well to different environments. That adaptability has made them popular not just in the UK, but in places like Australia, New Zealand, and parts of North America. South Devons excel in both purebred and crossbreeding systems. When crossed with other breeds, they often pass on strong growth traits, excellent carcass quality, and good feed efficiency. Their calves tend to hit the ground with vigor and grow fast without becoming overly stressed animals. That balance between performance and calm behavior is rare, and it is one of the reasons South Devons are quietly gaining attention among forward-thinking producers. Another standout feature of South Devons is their ability to thrive on pasture while still producing beef that competes with the best in the market. Their meat is known for being juicy, fine-grained, and full of flavor. In a consumer world that is shifting toward quality over quantity, that matters. People are no longer just buying beef. They are buying a story, an experience, and a connection to how their food was raised. South Devons deliver on that promise in a very natural way. Now let's talk about Sussex Cattle, one of the most underrated heritage breeds in the beef world. Sussex Cattle come from the south of England, where they were originally developed as a triple-purpose breed for meat, milk, and work. While they are no longer used as draft animals, that history still shows in their structure and strength. Sussex cattle are sturdy, deep-bodied, and built to last. They handle tough conditions with ease, and they do not fall apart when the weather gets bad or the pasture gets thin. What makes Sussex cattle especially interesting today is their resilience. They are known for being excellent foragers, able to find and use feed that other breeds might ignore. That gives them a huge advantage in low-input systems, regenerative grazing, and operations that want to reduce reliance on purchased feed. Sussex cows are also strong mothers with good fertility and long productive lives. Instead of burning out after a few years, they keep working, producing calves that grow well and finish strong. The beef from Sussex cattle is often described as rich, old-school beef flavor. It is not bland or watery. It has depth. That kind of flavor is exactly what chefs, butchers, and direct-to-consumer buyers are looking for. When people taste Sussex beef, they notice the difference. That difference turns into loyalty, and loyalty turns into premium pricing. In a world where commodity beef margins are getting tighter, that kind of market edge is priceless. When you put Ruby Red Devons, South Devons, and Sussex cattle side by side, you start to see a pattern. These breeds were not created in laboratories or feedlots. They were shaped by land, weather, and necessity. They had to survive. They had to perform. And they had to do it without being coddled. That makes them incredibly relevant today as farmers face rising costs, climate uncertainty, and changing consumer expectations. One of the biggest shifts in agriculture right now is the move away from heavy inputs and toward efficiency and resilience. These heritage breeds fit perfectly into that future. Ruby Red Devons shine in grass-based systems. South Devons offer power and growth without sacrificing temperament. Sussex cattle bring durability and flavor that modern markets are craving. Each one offers something different, but they all share a common thread: they work with nature instead of against it. Another important factor is how these breeds connect with storytelling and branding. If you are selling beef directly to consumers, your breed choice becomes part of your identity. Saying you raise Ruby Red Devons, South Devons, or Sussex cattle immediately sets you apart. It signals heritage, quality, and intention. People want to know their farmer. They want to know their animals. These breeds give you something meaningful to talk about beyond just, "we raise beef." There is also a conservation side to this conversation. Heritage breeds survive because people use them. Every time a farmer chooses Devons or Sussex over another black-hided commodity animal, they are helping preserve genetic diversity. That diversity is not just sentimental. It is practical. It gives agriculture more tools to face disease, climate stress, and market changes. In that sense, choosing these breeds is both a business decision and a contribution to the future of farming. Beyond Angus is not about rejecting what works. It is about expanding what is possible. Angus cattle will always have their place. But they should not be the only option in the conversation. Ruby Red Devons, South Devons, and Sussex cattle remind us that the beef world is much bigger and richer than one single breed. They bring flavor, efficiency, resilience, and story back into the spotlight. If you are a farmer, these breeds invite you to rethink your system. If you are a consumer, they invite you to rethink what beef can taste like. And if you are someone who cares about the future of food, they offer hope that tradition and innovation can work together instead of being at odds. So when you hear someone say that Angus is the gold standard, remember this. Beyond Angus lies a world of cattle that are just as capable, often more resilient, and sometimes even more profitable. Ruby Red Devons, South Devons, and Sussex cattle are not relics of the past. They are part of a smarter, more diverse, and more sustainable future for beef. And that future starts with people willing to look beyond the familiar and give these remarkable breeds the attention they deserve. So as we wrap this up, one thing is clear. The beef world is much bigger than just Angus. Ruby Red Devons, South Devons, and Sussex Cattle prove that success in farming does not come from following one narrow path. It comes from choosing animals that fit your land, your goals, and the future you want to build. These breeds bring flavor, efficiency, resilience, and story back into beef production, and that is something both farmers and consumers are hungry for. If this video opened your eyes to what's possible beyond the mainstream, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into powerful heritage livestock, and drop a comment below. Let me know which of these breeds impressed you the most and why. Your support helps this channel grow, and together we can keep uncovering the hidden gems of the livestock world.